Alright, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm pulling out the Jayon. I believe in it. I believe in this pick.
Brawl!
I only practiced this pick a little bit. Not too much. Shout out to this guy named Ben, who contacted me today, or yesterday, and was talking about wanting to play Brawlhalla. I ran a few games with him, tried out the Jayon. It was really fun, and I'm going to be trying this in ranked. I was talking about it a little bit before, you know. I played Greatsword quite a bit, you know. It was really easy in earlier seasons. Holy dodge on that, by the way. This guy's going for the Sig special on me. And Sig. Nice counter. Good throw for me as well. But, I mean, Greatsword then was just... Oh, that's dumb. Was just, like, brain dead easy. They when everything was highlighted red, I don't know what that's called. All of the finishing moves were highlighted red. Greatsword was so easy back then. Everybody saw it taking over tournaments and stuff, you know. You'd have to be stupid to not recognize how good it was. And, I mean, even now, it's still good. I don't think it's slept on. You just don't see many people with it. Like, at all. Nobody's playing fucking Greatsword. We're just playing Rocket Large. Yep. We're fishing for recovery all game, baby. So yeah, that's how we're going to be playing it. I don't really play Greatsword while grounded that much. I am most of the time... Holy Gimp right here. Oh my god, she's dead. One down air. Yo, if you're this guy, you have to be pissed. That was absolutely worth it. Tied up for a moment. Oh my god. So yeah, we're going to be in the air a lot more with this. Oh, this guy... got me on read, man. That was my chance right there. That's good. I was unlucky. Can't believe that recovery just missed. We're not ground pounding that. No way. Wow. That down air was perfect, but he dodged it. Oh. Yeah, figures. It's kind of got me doubting it a little bit now, but, you know, whatever. Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I'm gonna be sticking to Greatsword if I can. Not really a fan of Jayon's sword. And my Greatsword is gonna be way more aerial than grounded, which I know is kind of the opposite of what you want to be doing for Greatsword, but literally the entire game plan just revolves around fishing for recovery. Recovery, nair, dare. Oh my, that is a bad one to take. He totally screwed that up though, I should be dead. Got a good bit of damage off of that though. Nair, and recovery. Interrupted me there, I was not ready. Okay, this guy's catching on really quick. Oh, nice spacing. I should have realized he was clicking that. This guy's already caught on that all I'm doing is recovery, nair, sair. And that ain't gonna fly anymore. 200 damage on Ember, by the way. Goodbye. He knows it. I know it. Everybody knows it. So, we're gonna get it started early because this is gonna be probably a shorter episode today. But the thing I wanted to talk about today is I got all my little notes here on the side. Work-life balance, and you know, like how much is enough, or I guess how little is enough. Oh, yo, I don't know about that one. So, work-life balance. You know, I feel like that's such like a heavy term to be thrown around for anything, you know. I'm 21. What do I know about work-life balance, you know? But I'm definitely seeing it now. You know, I've got a job where I work my 8 hours or whatever, or your 9 to 5 type thing. This guy's giving me the rundown, man. That was terrible. Down Sig? Not the time. And I definitely value my free time more than I ever have now. because I mean, I just don't have the same amount as I used to. When I was in school, it was just like, screw around, do whatever you want, you know, and you have all the free time in the world. And, you know, back then, I was an absolute degen. Like, I was playing games for, like, hours upon hours straight. I remember one time, when I was in a Rust phase, if you don't... Yeah. God, it's only these frickin' stay hydrated people in the queue right now. So annoying. I hate seeing anybody from that clan. Not fun fighting these guys at all. I mean, they're all really good. So yeah, I remember one day, when I had all that free time, I was on Rust with my buddies, literally from probably 3 p.m. to 3, or like 2 a.m. And I mean straight grinding it out the entire time. And yeah, we had like breaks in there. What am I doing? I need to pull the finisher out on this guy. No, that's not what I want. Double recovery ain't it either. Played. That grab was so close. And you know, I used to play all these MMOs and stuff, but you know, who's got time for that kind of stuff anymore? And the kind of point where I'm going with this is, how much, like, free time should you be giving yourself? Who knows, man? As much as you want, I guess, or can afford. You gotta take care of life stuff, obviously, but, you know, I don't know. I do wish I had more free time, in a way. I mean, who doesn't, right? I guess that's part of it. I can't believe that disco missed. One more? There we go. At least he's dead from that. I've got a friend whose, job is definitely not a 9 to 5. It is like, he's always on call, you know. Oh my goodness. What am I doing, man? That was bad. That was my recovery and my weapon going at the same time. In the wrong direction. I knew this guy was going to be a demon, man. I'm so washed on Jan. So I've got a buddy who's always on call at work, you know, always working, it seems. Which, you know, whatever. Get your money up or whatever. But it's like, where's the fun in that, man? You gotta have some sort of free time. And I don't mean like it's bad to be a hard worker or anything. It's just like, me personally, I would definitely rather have less money and more free time than the other way around, you know? And that doesn't mean I want to be freaking jobless or whatever, but yeah. I feel like keeping a job keeps you disciplined. It's itself. You don't need that much free time. I feel like too much free time is definitely a bad thing. You start to definitely feel it sink in after a few weeks. It's like, man, you know, I haven't done anything for XYZ amount of time. I should really get around to doing something. I always felt that way with summer vacation. When I was in college, it was like, we're swapping picks. I'm being made a mockery of on this Jan pick. Brilliant. I'm excited for this. So yeah, when I was in college, I was always like super hyped for summer vacation, and then it comes around, you spend 2-3 weeks, you know, doing nothing, and then it's like, shit, man, you know, I feel like a lump on a log, fat chud, doing nothing with my time. I need something to do. You know, I had a part-time job all throughout college, but even then I was like, you know, if I'm only working here a few days a week, I feel absolutely like, I don't know, I just feel lethargic and like I'm not. I don't think it's bored, because I think I love video games and playing games as a hobby more than probably anything else I could find, but I don't know. It has to get boring at some point, doing the same thing, you know, aka nothing for so long. You need a change of pace. And I'm hoping that that's not what true adult life is like, you know, just doing the same thing every single day. Because I've got people at my job who are, you know, about 60 years old. Oh, I've been working at the company 40 years. You know, I can't wait for my retirement now that I've put all that time in. And I'm thinking to myself, 40 years? You've been doing something for 40 years? And, you know, I held the same job for 5 years, you know, but, and just for the record, I'm 21. I started really when it was like some other shit. I was working in an ice cream shop for 5 years, but it's behind me. Man, this guy with hammer, man. I'm so dialed in. He's missing every sig on me, it feels like. It's just throwing him out for no reason. Holy, give me that. But yeah, 30, 40 years doing the same thing? No way, man. It's gotta get boring at some point. I don't care how exciting your job is. There's no way you're like, you know what, I want to do this for 40 years. I feel like most of those people are just there like out of circumstance, you know? Like, oh, this just pays the bills, and as soon as I'm out of this place, it doesn't exist. I feel like that's how those people function. As soon as I'm out of my factory job, it doesn't exist. And then they go to work, and it's like you've got your brain off the entire time. Just trying not to think about your environment or anything in it, and it's just like in pain and suffering the entire time. I really do not want that to be what work is like for the rest of my life. Which can actually kind of lead me into my next thing, you know? I was talking about it. I went to college, and I got an associate's degree, and thankfully I'm not in any debt. I was able to pay for it all out of pocket. But I got my degree in coding, because I was thinking to myself, like, you know how cool it would be if I could make my own video game? You know, that was my kind of thought process for the longest time. But I didn't stop to actually think about what that kind of thing meant. You know, I was just like, wow, that'd be so fun. And then I got into it, and it's like, you know what? I don't really like coding. But I was a year and a half in, and I finally realized, hey, I don't really enjoy this. I don't want to do this with my life. But by that point, I was already so deep into it, it's just like, okay, well, I may as well finish out my degree, because I'm so far in, and if I quit now, you know, it's all for nothing. So I got it, and just to realize, like, hey, all this AI stuff is coming out, you know, and if I do get a job in coding stuff, it's either going to be taken over by AI, or it's going to be like some Indian dude coming over, and they'll do the same job I do, but better, for like half the wage, you know? It's like, who's going to be willing to pay me any amount of money that I'd be happy with to code when they can get some Indian guy to do it, or AI? And another part of it is like, I definitely screwed myself over while doing my degree. There's a specific thing about coding that nobody cares how you get the answer to something. They just care that you have the right answer. So all my teachers were saying, you know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel for this. Use other people's stuff that have come before you. And, you know, I agree with that. No sense in reinventing the wheel. If somebody's already done it, may as well take from what they have and you know, use it to your advantage, right? That'd be stupid. That'd be stupid not to. And so, about 2 or 3 semesters in, I learned that everybody was using AI for stuff, like ChatGPT and whatever. And I'd never heard of it in my life. And I was like, holy crap, you can just get a freaking robot to do this for you and help you with it? And at first I was just using it for, like, helping with my syntax of my code, which, if you don't know, is like grammar for your language, basically. It's just grammar, but for a computer. And so that was awesome. That was good. That was a good use of it. But I became overly reliant upon it and started letting it do more and more and more for me, to a point where it's like I was kind of sitting in the back seat and it was driving the car, not me. Which is definitely not what you want. And you know, I passed all my classes with good grades. Not that anybody gives a shit about good grades in college, but this guy's at 175 and I can't touch him. This is gonna be a bad one. I can just feel it, man. Sig is not what we're looking for. Oh my god, he's got pickup combos. My mental's fucking broken. What an interruption as well. Yo, I'm cooked. Now I've got nothing. Oh my god, he absolutely just fucked that up on me, man. So yeah, it certainly depends. Depends on what? I'm not sure. Now I've got a very different look at things now that I've done college stuff and whatnot, and I really do regret the way that I handled some of that stuff. Give me that. This guy's gonna be spamming his cock off, I can just tell. Get down there. See, I started last game off really well as well, and started fucking yapping and lost that one by a mile there at the end. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'll be honest, I don't know about that one. That's the type of shit I'd be checking post-match. So yeah, I don't know. I enjoy talking about like AI and stuff, just how it's gonna be for the future. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I really wanted that to hit just then. This guy, I'm sorry. This guy is an absolute potato. If I were to lose to somebody like this, I don't think I could ever forgive myself. This guy is just an absolute fucking potato, and you know they only got here by spamming. It feels good to put people like this in their place sometimes. I mean, look at that, man. What are we doing? Thank you. I'm not trying to stick on the wall, but it's like, I'm either gonna get hit with side sig or end sig right there. Keep on ground pounding, man. You're really smart. I feel so toxic right now. I'm so salty after losing those other two matches. What are you gonna do, man? I can't believe this guy got a stock off me.
Victory! Player 1 wins.
1990. I almost... No, I don't feel bad. Stay down there in plat, please.
Retro Reaper Nix.
Something that did benefit me in college, though. I don't feel like it was all for nothing. I took, in high school as well, I took a video and audio production class, and that is something that I did truly feel like was worth my time. It taught me some things that I actually cared about, which was, you know, stuff like video creation. Stuff for the editing process, and most of it is like real-life camera work stuff, which I don't really use. Actually, you know, I have applied, because I got to do a wedding video for somebody. That was nice. But it was like actually stuff I cared about, you know? And I have a practical use for it because I make YouTube videos and stuff. And like that high school class that I took was the reason I got into this kind of stuff, like video editing or whatever. And it's not like the edits that it's not like the edits I do for these videos are hard at all. And maybe to a beginner it would take a little while. I'm sure they could figure it out. But holy read, by the way. It's definitely worth it if you're into that kind of stuff. If you're watching this, like Ben, I'm name calling you. Why not give YouTube stuff a try? Even if you already have in the past. And if you got a little bit of extra time, why not just try it out? Even if you don't think it's gonna go anywhere or something, why not just do it for yourself? Why does it have to be about like a number thing, right? And I'd be lying. I've said this in the past. I'd be lying if I said the numbers weren't a part of it. But I personally don't gain anything by doing YouTube like this stuff monetarily. I don't get anything from it. This is just like something that I want to do. And it really does come back around to that consistency thing I was talking about. I want a way in my life to say, you know, day in and day out, here I am. I'm clocking in for this is gonna sound really cringy, but like taking control of my life. You know, or maybe not control. I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my life, but it's, I don't know. It's more to me than just talking to a camera, right? Anyways, I'm gonna call it there. Look at us, man. We are down so much. Yo, I got yapping too much, and yeah, Jaehyun's not the pick. I'm not as good as I used to be, I guess. We're just gonna ignore that number. It's just a number. It's just a number, right? It's just a number. Okay. Okay. Have a good day, guys.